And welcome back into Waffle Board Breaks. Hello, everybody. Golden Goal Sunday, end of the Olympics. Hope everybody watched. I believe most of you probably did. Um, USA is now the gold medal of the Olympics for men's hockey and women's hockey as well. One overtime game for both of them, which was pretty impressive. Of course, the Finns won the bronze medal game. They were defending gold medal champions, and they are also bronze medal winners this year. So there you go. Take your silver, Canada. Actually, silver's improved in price lately, so it's actually not a terrible medal game. But you are second best in the world of hockey right now. So USA, great game. Obviously, it was Hellebuck was outstanding. Of course, the 1-1 going to overtime, 3-on-3. It's pretty much anybody's game, and obviously, Canada had their best out there. Obviously, McDavid, McKinnon, and McCarr were out there for the losing goal. Obviously, Werenski with the fantastic pass to Jack Hughes, who ended all hopes and dreams for Canada for the 2026 Winter Olympics. So, like I said, we're back to hockey. Obviously, with the Northeast is being pummeled right now by snow. I believe they said like 6 games will be played in the Northeast. Those players are flying back either today or tomorrow, probably in the air already. They're going to Florida first. Obviously, there's limited flights in and out of the Northeast right now. I'm not sure who has home games coming up. I didn't look at the schedule, but I think there's 6 games in the Northeast on Wednesday, maybe, or at least Wednesday and Thursday. So it'll be interesting to see, when the players actually get back to their teams. Hopefully, obviously most of the teams have been practicing on and off during the 2-week or 3-week break here, but we're right back at it. And like I said, with the break, you're going to have a pretty jam-packed end of the season. I guess we got looking at 6 more weeks of hockey, and I think most teams have pretty full slates, at least 3 or 4 games each week to get it all done. We're about 50-something games in for pretty much every team right now. No, nothing is decided. Obviously, all but the Rangers are in the Eastern Conference or above 500, so playoff hopes are still alive pretty much for everybody, even if you get hot late, if you're at the bottom of that run. Of course, trade deadline's coming up after the freeze. The trade freeze is over. We're going to have some movement, obviously expiring contracts. Obviously, some of the contenders that want to, eat some of the contracts and maybe move some players, whether you're moving prospects or picks. But there will be some seriously moves made. Obviously, teams that didn't expect to be this close to playoffs or higher up in the playoffs right now be making some moves. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, surprising to see teams in the East playing well, like Buffalo. Obviously, teams playing not as well that you didn't expect. Obviously, the Washington and Florida and the Rangers, but it's going to be fun. Obviously, we got a nice batch of good young players fighting for playoff spots, and we'll see how it goes with these teams making moves. So there we go. Thomas M. pulling for Buffalo in the second half. Like I said, I don't mind seeing Buffalo play well. Obviously, they've been pretty terrible, and their players have gone on to win cups elsewhere. Obviously, like the Reinhardts and the Eichels, and they said it's sooner or later you figure they're going to be able to put a team together. They still have a lot of top picks. Obviously, 2 number 1 overalls on the blue line with Power and Dahlin. I just don't know if they have that goalie that's going to make noise playoff wise. UPL is been up and down. I'm not sure if they have a difference maker in net. Obviously seeing, how Bussy plays with Carolina, it's been a surprise. I think he started with Boston and he's been amazing for them. Obviously they still have Freddie Anderson. So obviously Carolina is definitely a system team. Brendan Moore's got them guys playing well. So it's trust the jury to do to move some payroll is what I trust in jury. I don't expect the Rangers to make a run, especially if Fox will be shut down and Igor will be shut. I don't know if these guys are coming back. Obviously, Quick talks about. I heard him talk the other day about he's happy representing the Rangers, and I mean, it's a shame. I mean, for somebody like Quick to have the end of his career go out. He's not playing terrible, but obviously the team's not playing great in front of him at times. But it's a shame because I mean, I believe I'm not sure if he's a lock for Hall of Fame, but he's probably close if he's not. It's weird for goalies that haven't been as many, though we had a couple in recently with more playoff success than full hardware like Brasso. I mean, those guys can get into Hall of Fame. That means guys like Quick, who has a couple Stanley Cups, 3 if you count the backup one in Vegas, and then of course playing out the string right now with the Rangers. But like I said, I mean it's Buffalo. Buffalo definitely has had some great players. They just have won elsewhere, so it's interesting to see. Like I said, even like I said, the one we have in that just got added in this reload, Victor Olofsson, I believe, is out in Colorado now. So, like I said, players of Buffalo have been, like I said, Ron O'Reilly has been, obviously he had won the cup in his home town, like I said, but it's we have a couple Buffalo guys in there. I hope you guys enjoying the reload. I saw some about 16 jerseys. I think 5 or 6 had some serious action on eBay, so that always makes me happy when I see that there's multiple interests. So it's like I said, it's a fun batch. Having 7 completely brand new names, I always interested to see where the chases are going to be. Of course, and 2 jerseys, the Fowler and who's the other one? The Fowler and Ehlers. They haven't been in there since before box 50. This is box 604 and 605 tonight. Plus, we have our freebie, which is going to be fun. I showed that to you guys, to Chris Drieger on Thursday. So that's going to be given away to one of the 40 spots. So good luck to everybody on both boxes as well as the freebie. So been doing good with freebie stuff. Always keep my eye out, grabbing some stuff. They've been a little low. I mean, still got a couple that I'm looking to add. Not quite halfway there for the next reload, but we have, obviously 4 full weeks of breaking before we get to that point. So good luck to everybody tonight. And then, of course, I will get the spot price preview up. I was working on it a little bit already, not quite completed yet. So we'll see what hits tonight. Of course, I'll have that up ready for you guys before the end of the night. And, of course, I have to start these spots on Tuesday to end next Sunday. So as of right now, I don't have any freebies lined up for that, but definitely the freebie tonight. Obviously, I have the freebie last week. So good luck to you guys in both boxes as well as the free jersey. These things have been boxed up for a couple days. I shuffled them up again and numbered them up today. So, I mean, obviously anything comes out of the new 16 boxes. They've only been in there for, about 24, 48 hours. Hopefully you guys are safe and warm wherever you are. I know a lot of you are here in the Northeast corridor like me, but we do have a lot of northern and Midwestern. You guys aren't hitting as much with the snow right now, so we're getting what you guys have had for quite some time, but we're getting it a nice dumping right now. So we'll see how it goes. Looking for at least a foot, maybe a little more. Not quite 2. I think up in New England, New York, they're talking close to 2 feet in some places, but it's thick, heavy snow, wet stuff. Obviously, it rained yesterday, so the ground was not as frozen but wet. And then so that first hour or 2 of thick flakes were coming down, making slush at the bottom, and then snow just laying on top of it. So it's not cold, but it's definitely piled up. So we'll see how that is here. Like I said, as of right now, power's still on, internet's still going. If anything happens and it drops out, and then we have to pause this, of course, I'll redo it as soon as possible. I would post if there's any issues, but I don't want to wait around too long to get into that. So we'll get to our boxes and our freebie. Hopefully we'll get that done and complete. And then you guys could, obviously have a couple of days before we get to the Facebook boxes. Like I said, 40 boxes tonight. We have a pretty good crowd. I think we got about a dozen, maybe 13 different people in tonight. We got James M. We got Ron. We got Thomas M., JG, and Brett G., father's son. Carl Z., welcome in. Again, haven't been here a little bit, but you've been grabbing some stuff on Tuesday, Thursdays. Larry V.'s got some spots. Shirley and Mike Ed, one of our Sunday regulars, as well as Ryan S., looking for that one spot magic. Who else we got? Jason M, Dale C, CK, of course. I think it's everybody. So it's about a dozen or so. No big out tonight. So the heavy hitter is not in the room. Obviously, Ron's been pretty hot. He hit last Sunday as well. Ryan S hit the freebie last week. Everything has been put in the mail. So I sent that out Friday, I believe. So you guys should be getting that stuff depending on where you are. I'm sure it's well far into the mail system now. You guys should get it by middle of the week, I would hope. Other than that, like I said, it's a fun batch. I hope you guys enjoyed the boxing up video I did on Friday afternoon. Nothing other than that. Can't wait to show off some of these jerseys in full when they hit them. But we still have some nice old stuff to hit. Like I said, with 40 boxes, we have 16 new ones. We have 18 from just December's 2 reloads. So that's 34 to 40. Obviously, we have, 3 from November still, and then the 2, oh no, actually 3, that's January and late December is at 10 and 18. Then we have 3 from early December. So really 37 of the 40 boxes are from December, January, and now February. So then just the 2 older boxes, 2 from November, and then 1 from back in, I think it was September, I think we figured it out. So good luck. We'll see if we hit that. Obviously, like I said, I don't mind anything. There's not a single jersey I wouldn't mind seeing hit tonight. Obviously, the old jerseys have definitely, paid their dues, and they definitely deserve to be hit for you guys having, dogged determination, stick-to-itiveness. Most of them have changed hands a little bit over time, but we'll see what comes out tonight. Good luck to everybody. Some of you guys are starting to get on a little bit of a heater, so it's nice if you guys can continue those hot streaks, whether it's just here or elsewhere. Daryl had a break. I guess he opened his box today. It was who was that one? It was Mike Richter. Mike Richter. I do have a Mike Richter coming, obviously not to this reload, but probably in the next reload. So very nice. Anybody that's chasing that should be coming probably in the end of March when we get to it again. So not too much to wait for you guys. Let's get going. Let's see. I'm gonna have my random, my numbers, my dice. Let me see what I got. Here's my dice, my boxes. I have all the numbers added. So here we go. Of course, we'll do 5 or more on our first box. Random the lists. They're all here in order. Of course, our 16 newest. Obviously, the only box we had to skip was 70. So we started at 64 because 62 and 63 have been hit from the last reload. We worked out. We about half of the last reload are gone. So that February or the January reload, 8 of the 16 boxes are gone. So 16 new ones, 8 from January, 10 from late December still, of course, and then just 3 from early December. That's boxes 13 through 17. Then the 2 from November, 3 and 11, and then that last box, 70. So we'll random for the first box, and then we'll do a second roll for the second box, like we do always. And then, of course, we're going to random all the names of the 40 names for the freebie after we open our 2 boxes. So here we go. 5 or more for our first box. Good luck, everybody. See what we got. 2 is no good. Roll again. 11 times. We're going to do 11 for the boxes. Here we go. First box, 11 times. 40 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They don't care. We got a blizzard. As many Rams as we can. 9, 10. And the box we're going to open first is going to be box number 58. 58. Let me get that. 58 is actually from, that's from the January reload. 58 it is. 40 boxes, 11 times. Box 58. Let's back that box out. 58 it is. 58 will go away. Good luck. Okay, 5 or more on a dice roll. See what we got. 4 is no good. Roll again. 6. So 6 times. 11 for the first box. 6 for the second box. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. 1. 39 boxes. 2. 3. 4. 5. And the second box tonight, good luck, everybody. It's going to be box number 64. That is from the reload. 6 times, box 64. 6 times, box 64. There we go. One from the reload, one from the second last reload. So 64. That's actually the first box. Obviously, because I skipped 62 and 63 because we hit them. So there we go. Let me back that out. So it's not there for us on Tuesday. Be ahead of the game. 64. Boom. There we go. Back my rice out. There we go. Very good. 58 and 64. 58. Birds are chirping. $58. 64 is the very top one. Okay. Like I said, no reused boxes. Like I said, I sealed them up and shuffled them up and have done it a couple days ago. So I have zero idea where anything is in the new batch. Let me see, there's a couple a little heavier. I'll know when I pick them up, but as of right now, I have zero idea where anything is. So we'll see what comes out tonight. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. 58 and 64. Let me get my lists. 58 and 64. 58. Okay. Here we go. 58. Okay. Yes, we're getting more than half now of the January reload have been hit. This is the 9th of the 16 boxes. So 58, here we go. Hasn't been around too long. 4 weeks, basically. Good luck, everybody. Box 58. Here we go. Box 58 is going to be one of my favorites in this reload. Here we go. Miro Heiskanen, now a bronze medal winner. Absolutely beautiful. Miro Heiskanen, Adidas Pro, little squiggly Miro. East Coast COA. There it is. Absolutely beautiful. So that was probably one of my favorite jerseys in this batch. Miro Heiskanen, East Coast Sports COA. Absolutely stunning. Miro, Dallas Stars on both sleeves. Victory green in the collar. Dallas Stars. Very, very nice. Fight strapped, of course. Very nice. Stars never seem to last real long, so surprised that hasn't been it already. Knocked them out. Love Miro. One of the NHL's best defensemen. Superstar defenseman for the Dallas Stars and Team Finland. Had a very nice Olympics. Of course, they got the bronze, but he had a nice Olympics. Definitely proved his abilities on the world stage. Miro Heiskanen, very, very nice. I don't even know who has that, so I'll have to look at the list after we open up our new one. Here we go. Box 64, brand new, only been boxed up for about 48 hours. Here we go. What are you going to show us? Tough to beat Miro, man. That's an absolutely beautiful Miro Heiskanen jersey. Such a beauty. Box 64. What you got for us, box 64? Oh, it's a finish kind of night. There we go. Big time. Another big time hit. Sebastian Aho. Maybe the best player on the Finns. Sebastian Aho. There it is. Another East Coast Sports COA. 2 monsters. Number 20 on the beautiful Adidas Alt Carolina Hurricanes on the Fanatics Premium jersey. There it is. Fanatics Premium on the collar with their logo on the sleeve as well as their Carolina flag. Sebastian Aho, fight strapped up. Two amazing fins coming out. It's a Fin Sunday. Love the hurricane squares in the collar with the A and their shoulder patch as their center logo. There it is. Absolutely beautiful. Took forever to hit our last Aho. This one lasts one box. Very, very nice. It's a Fin Sunday here at WAFFLEBOARD Breaks. Two bronze medal winning Olympic fins, superstars in their own right. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Of course, we're going to do our freebie. Let me see who our winners are for these two buttes. Miro Hiskinen's going to Brett G. Congratulations. Father-son duo. The father takes out the Miro Hiskinen. Unbelievable. Yeah, like I said, it's a great jersey with the flags. That's their normal shoulder patch on their regular Carolina jersey. That's what they use as their crest logo on that. Most teams done that. That's what the Tampa did with their black jerseys. That's the shoulder patch they use as their chest crest. Miro Heiskanen going to Brett G. Congratulations. What do we got for the Sebastian Aho? Sebastian Aho going to Ron. Ron stepping up on Sundays. He hit last week. He hits the Aho. Congratulations to Ron, sending another jersey out his direction. He's not quite, I think CK is still number 2. Ron is starting to creep, though. Ron's been consistent lately with another hit. Congratulations, Ron. Congratulations, Brett G. Yes, very good. You're very welcome. Two beautiful fins coming out today. I said my finished bidder was not present on eBay, so I was surprised looking at all the fin names we had. And then boom, two of them just like that. Gone. Miro gone. Sebastian gone. So sorry, of course, for everybody that did not hit tonight. We will do the freebie now. Get that ready. Where's the freebie? So the freebie I told you, showed you guys on Thursday. It's a beautiful Chris Drieger goalie from the original goalie from the Seattle Kraken. There we go. Chris Drieger, Seattle Kraken black with the Seattle Kraken black with the inaugural season patch in the front. Fanatics COA. Nothing shady about this. It's just an absolutely beautiful Chris Drieger jersey. Obviously, he's now currently, I don't think he's playing. He was in the KHL last year. I decided, since I just added the nice Philip Grubauer Fanatics Reverse Retro 2.0, I don't want to add in another Seattle Kraken. And obviously, I have the Morgan Geeky, who's now currently a scoring superstar for the Bruins. He was in the last reload. I figured I'd just add the Drieger to you guys as a freebie. So here we go. Get the names ready. We're going to random the list of names, all 40 names. Aho and Heiskanen will be eligible to win the Drieger. If you're lucky enough to hit both, good luck to you. Congratulations. If not, one of the other 40 names will hit the Drieger. We'll random list of names 7 times. So let me get that. Let me get the list up. So good luck to everybody on the free Chris Drieger. I will send that your way. So let me get my lists. Here we go. Okay, very good. List of all 40 names in order. Here we are. Obviously, all the new stuff. There's the Miro. Miro is in there. New stuff starting with Mike Modano, running all the way down. There's Sebastian Aho, and then, of course, all the way down to Nikolai Ehlers, the Danish superstar. So there we go. One of those spots after 7 rolls, whoever's on top will be the winner of the Chris Drieger. So congratulations, Brett. Congratulations, Ron. Let's see who's lucky enough to win the Drieger. So here we go. 7 times the list. 40 names. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the winner of the Chris Drieger will be the Josh Morrissey spot. Congratulations. 7 times Josh Morrissey spot. 7 times winner of the Chris Drieger going to Josh Morrissey spot. Let me see what I got for that. Josh Morrissey spot is Jason M. Congratulations, Jason M. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's definitely been hunting on the Morrissey in the Facebook breaks. Congratulations, Jason M. Winning the Chris Drieger. completely free of charge. Very, very nice. Let me see. Miro's going, of course. That's going to Brett G. And, of course, the Sebastian Aho going to Ron. Very, very nice. So, congratulations, you guys. Very, very nice hit tonight. Pro jerseys going out. 2 Adidas Pros. And, of course, the Fanatics Premium. Beautiful jerseys. Like I said, Sebastian didn't stick around real long this time. He was around a while as an all-star jersey. And that was gone from us as the Fanatics Premium alternate jersey. So there we go. Very, very nice. Josh Morrissey gets the Drieger. Just beautiful. Let me see. Get back to that. There you go. Congratulations. Very nice. Very nice. Jason M. with the Drieger. Let's show you what the. I'm going to take it out of the bag so you show off the patch. Chris Drieger, of course, Fanatics, COA. There's your inaugural season patch on the front. Obviously, he was they signed him. And then, of course, they counted as the Florida Panthers expansion pick. God, I love the crest on the Kraken Pro jerseys. Of course, fight strapped up. But there we go. Chris Drieger, inaugural goalie with the Seattle Kraken. Very nice. Free of charge, as my appreciation for you guys is always there whenever I can. I get some freebie stuff to you guys. So thank you, everybody, obviously, for being part of the first double box after this reload is in. I will see you guys back here on Tuesday. I'll get the spot price preview up shortly. And then we'll have back at it on Tuesday. I can't wait to see the fights. Obviously, some of our people aren't here on Tuesday and Thursday, and some people here that don't do eBay. So looking forward to seeing the battles on Tuesday and Thursday this week. Try to be as cheap as I can. I got a bunch of $5 and $6 spots across the board. Of course, some higher ones as well. I'll get that up for you guys, and then I'll be able to finish all the stuff, post the video, getting the stuff ready for Tuesday. So thank you very much. WAFFLEBOARD Breaks loves and appreciates the continued support. The game was great today. Can't wait for our game to start back up on Wednesday. But of course, we'll be breaking the day before on Tuesday. So I'll see you then. WAFFLEBOARD Breaks is out. Take care, guys.